Happy Saturday. Welcome to my club of Cottontales. This is a place for me to be me. 100% me. And it helps me mentally and physically, which is a fucking bonus. You are joining me for a delicious meeting of Club Kottontale. I am Amber Motherfucking Lewis. You found me as Kottontale is Mooiisstt. And I am thinking of my last kiss. 1/21/2021, and dreaming of our next first kiss. Romance is coming. We are gonna combat all of the fucking feelings, all the feelers that we have, and just manifest. We're manifesting. Also, my hair is looking so cute. We are manifesting our goddamn prince. So, I thought about sleeping in, but then I remembered that I'm having Rainbow come home early, so I was like, maybe not. Let's get up now. But then I realized, oh wait, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, which is one of Voldemort's Mr. J is what I've been calling him. But even saying Mr. J feels icky. But anyways, St. Patrick's Day is Voldemort's holiday, kind of like how Valentine's Day is my holiday. And it's also his cat's birthday. So, and I completely spaced it. I was just missing my daughter at fucking 9:30 last night, and I was like, I wanna have a day where we don't have to get up and go to school, because we don't really have those days. Because I don't have her on the weekend. Thinking of our last kiss, 1/21/2021, dreaming of a first kiss, romance is coming. I love the title. It's a bit of a longer title, but I really like it because it conveys a lot of just how I'm feeling, you know? Like, a part of me truly feels like romance isn't coming, but I also know that when manifesting, it doesn't just happen. Like, you will have things that think it's coming, but then it's not. Like, you have to keep at it. Positive thinking is something that you need to utilize every single day when you're trying to manifest things. Oh, my whole body is so sore. Our dreams last night were horrid. Just horrid. It's like when I'm awake, I'm keeping myself in the present, but when I'm asleep, it's just dreaming about the past, and it's like, ugh. Alright, so usually I start with some moist kisses, but we're just gonna start with the kisses blowing out some smoke, because this motherfucker is gonna choke, and I need to choke. It'll be our first medicine of the day. I definitely need to take some anxiety medicine. Oh, ouch. Let's get some music on. Ooh, actually, there might be new Smosh Reads Reddit. Because it updates on Saturday, or at least it's supposed to. updated yet, though. And we didn't even finish the last one. There's only 2 minutes left, but it's Saturday, and usually Saturday is when it updates. Sometimes it doesn't, though, I've noticed.
Well, people can find you at Two Hot Takes, right?
Two hot takes on everything. Our episode should be
Literally
out by now. So check that out. That was a lot of fun. You had some really solid takes on those, and I feel like I traumatized you a little too.
No.
Okay.
It's not why. I know. We're here to like,
Yeah.
no, they were some crazy stories.
So they were.
These ones are a little more goofy. We had
This
some.
was nice.
Yeah, this was a nice little reprieve from.
Yeah.
So watch that one, then watch this one to kind of like.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, you've already watched it.
Yeah. So maybe take a breather.
Wait, forget everything.
Yeah.
Go back.
Give it some time.
Yeah.
Give it some time before you jump in on that.
But check out Two Hot Takes. It's a great show. Yeah, you're always welcome here.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
Cool. And Tommy, you're also welcome here.
Really?
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Let us know what other themes, categories, subreddits you want us to cover. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Yeah, see you next week, but there's no new episode yet. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Where is my next? You know, DJ's been doing pretty good, so let's see what he's got.
You're back here with your DJ X. Getting you going on this Saturday. Here's something from Mabel and some others.
Don't call me up. Nah, 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 nah.
Don't call me up when you're looking at my photos. You're getting hot, losing control. You wanna let go, nah, 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 nah. I'm over you, and I don't need your lies no more.
'Cause the truth is about to go away, I'm stronger.
And I know you said that I just for cold heart, but it was your game that last got
I'm over you.
Don't call me up, I'm going out tonight. Feeling good now you're out of my life. Don't wanna talk about us. Gotta leave it behind. One thing getting out of my mind, not together. Baby, I'm on the high and you're alone, going out of your mind. But I'm here up in the club, and I don't wanna talk. So don't call me up, 'cause I'm here looking fine, babe. And I got eyes looking my way, and everybody's on my vibe, babe. Nah. Don't call me up. My friend said you were a bad man. I should've listened to the guy plan. And now you're trying to hit me up again. Nah. I'm over you, and I don't need your lies no more. 'Cause the truth is without you, boy, I'm stronger. And I know you said that I changed up a cold heart, but it was your game that last lost. Ooh, I'm over you. Don't call me up, I'm going out tonight. Feeling good now you're out of my life. Don't wanna talk about us. Gotta leave it behind. One drink and you're out of my mind. Not together. Baby, I'm on that high. You're alone, going out of your mind. But now you're up in the club, and I don't wanna talk. So don't call me up. Don't call me up.
Yes. Get into my belly. Medicine go down my hole. That's smoother than a limousine. Oh. Yes, my brains are still waking up. I do think it's kind of fitting that this song is playing right now and we are getting ready to race. Kinda fucking meta. Ugh. Aww. What was that popped up? A person? Let's see. Let's use our beautiful brown eyes and see. Is it a person? Oh, hello, person. I love how you popped in right as I'm tissuing my nose. But hopefully you stick around for the toke. Because I'm getting ready to load Jaded Rose, have my first toke of the day. I just took some anxiety medicine. And it's funny because the side of the bottle lets you know. May cause drowsiness. Alcohol and marijuana may intensify this effect. Use care when operating a vehicle, vessel, or machinery. And I'm just like, yeah, I want it to intensify the effect of it. Like, I'd prefer to have someone talk with me, but in all honesty, I'm okay with some lurkers, because it's someone hanging out and listening to me, chilling with me. It's like two people sitting in a room, doing their own thing, but not talking to each other. Beauty realized that she was the beast. Just take me out, guys. Don't call me baby by lurker. I should have known the lurker wasn't going to stay. That went right through the fucking tissue. Call me, baby, equal pay me. I was just passing through. I was on my way to you. I was on my way to you. Yay, another lurker! Or it could be the same lurker, who knows? Either way, cheers! Gotta make sure to do some swipey swipe on the Tinder. I'm only on Tinder to hopefully find the meet cute, the zing that I had last fall. And you know, it's a rare thing that we might find them, right? But it's a good distraction from this month. Yeah. Oh, let me put my Sensa bar. Oh, I'm tired. I did not get good sleep last night, but I had asked Rainbow to be able to come home early, not realizing that fucking Sunday is St. Patrick's Day. So, she might not come home today, but she might come home today. So, I'd rather get up earlier, be able to make some content, get the brain somewhat functioning before mom duties commence. I wasn't even thinking about fucking St. Patrick's Day, if I'm being completely honest. It's just, last night at 9:30, I was like, I miss my child. I want my daughter to be home. Everyone talks now.
Rolling through next with the mix of your kind of music. I got Cardi B starting it off.
If you want to. Oh, say my name, say my name. Ooh, Rude Boy, yes. Okay. Dude, I love this chick. She looks like she would be a racer. Cheers to all of my lurkers, twerkers, individuals watching this incognito and later on as posted content. Good motherfucking morning, happy Saturday, and cheers. Why? Every time I want to cheers, I fucking yawn. Ah, la, 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 la. literally one of my favorite fucking tracks. I love that this is the first one I decided to do, like... Come on, bitches. Come get Kottontale sweet booty. Oh, yay, we still have a lurker. I'm enjoying a lurker today because it's kind of like we're just chilling in a room, not saying anything to each other, but we're both in the same area, and I dig it. I would, of course, prefer you talk to me, but I'm just enjoying having someone here, so I feel less alone. I either have to see Voldemort today, which was, you know, done by me, like I'm the one that chose for Rainbow to come home today, but still messes with me, you know. It's part of a fact of life. Bitch! Okay. Ooh, I love that the second place is 213. I am digging it. Ooh, and fourth place is 214, but the 4 has a 7 right after it. Yeah. No one got a, like, a few times someone got ahead of me, but boo, like I said, that is my, like, it probably is my favorite, excuse me, what is it? Track. I literally had to think back to little remote control cars on little track, right? Do you remember that? If you're my age, you will. But these little remote control cars, man, we had so much fun with those. See, so someone told me, they're like, oh, when you get the first place is like, it is a little bit better, but when you get into diamond rank 2, I only went up like 3 things, you know what I mean? So, like, that's very true for like gold and under, but like when you start getting higher, it just doesn't go that way. Like, I took first place very solidly, and I only went up 3 little notches. And I go up 1 notch. If I would have taken like 9th, I would have went up 1 notch. If I would have came in 12th, it probably would have negative me. That can happen. You can have negative in ranking. Did you know that? I don't know if that's true for racing, but it's true for Pew Pew. I experienced a -5, and I was like, -5? Excuse me? And then I got a +0, and I was like, oh shit! It could go down. I was like, ha ha! tires. Whoa. Those are trippy. Ooh. To love me better. Oh, it's the Princess Peachy one. Or it's more Princess Daisy-esque. It's not really peachy. It's definitely more Daisy because it's got the foibles. I love it because when I said that, my daughter goes, Daisy, 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 Daisy. And I'm just like, oh, you're so fucking cute. Daisy, 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 Daisy. Daisy, 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 Daisy. I love you. Oh, wow. Daisy, Daisy. Fuck. I'll take third. Oh, fourth. Okay, well, I guess I'll take fourth. What's this? How dare you? Dude, I don't even. Why do I don't want to know about something like that. That's fucked up. Gosh. I see shit like that and I'm like, damn. I am a really good mom. That's what gangsta. Okay, so yeah, you take fourth and you go up one. You get first, you go up 3. So you probably go up 2. I wonder if third place goes up 2. Whew, cheers. Lots of lurkers, I'm digging it. Hang out with me. I'd like for you to chat with me, but at least hang out with me. Cheers. I'm good on that pussy shit. What I can get. Oh, this is one of the newer ones. Yep. Ah! Okay, no, this isn't one of the new ones. One of the older crazy ones. It's been a while since we've done this track. share the road, ho. Oh. Hello, Lilybug. Goodbye, Lilybug. Good job, Lilybug. Alien Superstar. 1 point. Okay, so third and fourth both get 1 point. So first place gets 3, second place gets 2, and all the rest get 1. And I can imagine if you end up ranking kind of like behind there, you'll lose some of your rankery. Rankery. Persuasive, Dochi, and Saza. Oh, yeah. She's so persuasive, that marijuana. She's so flirtatious. We're gonna prepare our bauble. Whenever it gets to be 10 o'clock, I like to prepare my bauble. No baby pill. Today. Oh. More anxiety medicine. The marijuana. Vitamin D. I'm someone who lives in a fucking basement with no windows. One window and it's in the bathroom, and bathroom windows are frosted. So I especially, I was severely vitamin D deficient a couple years ago. And he explained to me that everyone, even people that are outside a lot, he was literally you could be a nudist, a nature nudist, and you will still need to take a vitamin D supplement because there's just not enough rays here in Oregon and Washington for the body to get the amount it needs. Okay, so mood stabilizers, anxiety medicine, no baby pill, and the vitamin D. 10-10. Token make a wish, bitch. Oh, I know what I want. The title says it all. How does it feel to be you? How does it feel to be that bitch? How does it feel to be that rich? How does it feel to be that what's rich? How does it feel to live like God? How does it feel to live like God? How does it feel to live like she's a wild, she's a hot Oh, good low squat. This low squat is what I contribute to my hips doing as good as they have. Yeah, and my thigh muscles. Oh, yeah. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I've never heard this before, but I like that it has a treat me, Chloe. Oh, bitch, what a beautiful image. She's like in a bikini with a long fucking, like, oh man, I don't even know. Like a leather pleather. Let's look at it. Oh shit, okay, yeah, she just wearing, fuck, she's wearing, other than the jewelry, she's wearing 3 pieces of clothing. Shoes, panties, and this big, like, puffy, like, jacket. Damn, girl. Dude, so the first like I've always had like character crushes, you know what I mean? Like fucking Trent Lane, Jane Lane's brother, Daria's best friend's brother. That was for surely like my first animated crush. My hentai lovers, they know what's up. Like, I really would. I'd rather watch cartoons fuck than human beings fuck. That's just the way it is. And there is a lot of us. I've had some people go, oh yeah, it's because you're a Sailor Moon fan. And I'm like, so be it. Because, you know, Sailor Moon infamously is naked when they transform. The Americanized version that they released, I was in the 3rd grade, so early 90s, you know what I mean? I actually still have my 3rd grade yearbook. That's why it was so important for me to get Rainbow her kindergarten one, especially because we're going to be doing homeschooling. She won't have... Like, I have a yearbook. I'm in so many yearbooks. So many yearbooks. Rainbow may only be in a few, you know. She's excited for homeschooling. Allie, Mom, and I, Miss Amber and Miss Allie, we're excited. I have tons of stuff that I can already utilize, you know, so I'm really excited. And I guess, you know, thank you to my mother for at least giving me some of the highlight stuff. I appreciate it. It's something that I wasn't gonna buy, so I appreciate that. I do think it's sad, though, that a lot of generations before my generation, they just would look forward to the next generation instead of really trying to heal this one. So, like, I feel like my mother gives more attention, affection to the children of her children versus her actual children. it's horrible because in my dreams lately, my mom's been like a super helpful person. Like especially last night's dream was so fucked up. Um, it was a hodgepodge. I don't even want to talk about it. It's what's got me so fucking groggy and tired today. Alright. Meeny, miny, mo, catch the universe by the shoulder. They said that she's the very one. You are not it. Pew pew it is. Pew 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 pew. Alright. Oh, that's right! Oh my god. Oh my god, that's right. It was, oh, and it was in the meeting last night. Ah, that's right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I completely forgot that Ray and I had gotten a crown, and I was the one that took the fucking winning shot. Like, dude, it was amazing. Like, amazing. I mean, if I wanted to, we could watch the replay of it. Yeah, man. Fucking 4 eliminations. I had 4 eliminations. This is so wild to me. It was a great way. Like, great way to end 22. I like that we got a 2-2-2 here, bitch. We did soak. Shit. Oh my gosh, and it's literally 10:22. But anyways, sipping. Arthur Morgan was like the first character that I realized, like, wow, if the right individual says, like, whoa girl, you a good girl, like, it does something to us all over, not just in the loins. And I follow a very sexy drag king by the name of King River Glass, and straight up, they're a beautiful man and a beautiful woman. Like, they're taken, so I would never, like, shoot my shot, so to speak. Oh, wow. Dude, and that's got 111. That is... Okay. So yeah, I'm glad I got up because Rainbow is still coming home today. I'm so excited, you guys! I redecorated like so much stuff, and I'm excited for her to share it. I think she's gonna like it. If she helps me clean it up, she will get a surprise, and it's something that she's asked for. She's had her markers and crayons, all her pencils and stuff taken away because she hadn't been using them properly. And so when she needs one, she asks for one and I give it to her. But she had like when I was rearranging, there was a bunch of stuff that it's supposed to go in her room, but instead of me putting it in the room for her, I'm trying to teach her that she is responsible for her items. She's 5, like she can definitely do it at this time. And once she cleans that up, I'll give her back her crayons, and she'll be able to, go through and do what she wants with her little area. I really love it. Like, I'm pretty excited for her to come home, but I'm also excited for when we do another cave update, because we need to do one of those. Like, I've done a lot of moving things around, so I'll definitely want to do another cave tour. It might be our last cave tour, because this is the year that we should be officially transitioning from this cave into our terrace. 2 years ago in September, I got onto a wait list. They were very adamant that it's a 1 to 2 year wait list. And the way they worded it, it made me feel like it will be by or before September 2024 that we would get into it, because it was 2022 when I got on the wait list. So I'm really excited. Like, I get tingles just thinking about it, and I've been sort of like, stuff that I know is not going to get opened here, I've been packing it up, I've done 1 box so far. The very first thing that there's other stuff in the box, some Hello Kitty memorabilia, but it's got my kitty in it, my Naomi, my Nammers, my beautiful Princess Kitty. She was so beautiful and so sweet, and she is the reason why I will eventually have another animal, but it will be one that, like, will speak to me, and it will almost feel like Naomi's, like, this is the one. So Naomi, along with a few other things, was the first thing that I packed up to go to the terrace officially. And then there's a few other things, like Rainbow has a train that I love it, so I know she's going to love it for years to come, so it can get packed up. There's a sweet Lego, like, it's like wish list Legos, but it's a sweet flower setup that Auntie Jessica got Rainbow, and I want to do that, but I want to save that because I want it to be the first thing that we do in our terrace, and it's going to be the centerpiece that sits in the middle of the dining room table. I think it's going to be absolutely stupendous. Yeah, and we'll make sure to dust it daily. That will probably be Rainbow's job, like, very gentle. You know what I mean? If she can dust that thing daily, she'll be able to dust anything, because it's going to be essentially Lego flowers. It's really cool. And it's kind of a big box, but we're going to pack that up along with her train. My schmexy wing, that can get, my schmexy swing. The love rocker for the door knocker, but that can get packed away because it's literally not going to get used. Yeah. And I moved, it's just, I really love how this is set up. And when I start doing more on these shelves, because obviously the shelves will be like the last thing that gets packed up. I'll have to undo it from the wall because I did make sure to stabilize it. Like, I don't know why people don't do that. I don't know why growing up I never really saw my stepdad or my mom do that, because I fucking love it. Like, they don't move. Like, I just pulled on this one and it didn't go anywhere. I love that. So, I'm definitely going to be buying brackets similar to these ones, but more heavy duty, so I can attach my entertainment center to the wall. Yeah, and that will be, like, I already imagine being able to see my terrace before we move into it, so I can take pictures, and I'm going to mentally plan where all that stuff's going to go, because that stuff will never move, like my entertainment center. And I would just want to make sure it's fully secure, I don't think that Rainbow will try to climb them, but it was terrifying because I asked to do that at our I like to call it my Longview mansion because it was the biggest house I've ever lived in, and I owned it. And I had so many beautiful plans for it, but the entertainment centers weren't attached, and we had a very tiny human being. Like, Rainbow turned 3 when we were in the cave. She had her first birthday and her second birthday in that house. And whenever she would go over to that, I would watch so intently, because in any kind of moment, if she was to pull on that, it could have potentially fallen over. And it gives me chest pains just thinking about it, that because my husband resented me so much because I just absolutely, the only thing they found me was physically attractive. That tends to be the consensus, you know? But someone's gonna love who I am on the inside and know that the outside fleshy product is just a bonus. But he resented me so much and had to go opposite of what I was saying so much that it essentially made a unsafe environment for our baby. But he didn't care. I mean, in that house there were so many fucked up things. Like, the amount of times I would go out and check on things and he was passed out on the couch and our fucking 1-year-old was standing on the dining room table. And I'm just thinking, like, holy shit, you know? It sucks that when I look, like, any time with Rainbow, I just have to think of the times of us, it was just her and I. Because, and there's things that I'm so sad, like the fact that the first, I don't even remember, it was 1 to 3 months though, when we first moved into the house, he didn't want to help me unpack anything, and I couldn't do it by myself, not with my ailments, and taking care of a tiny human that I was breastfeeding. I breastfed her for the first 2 years of her life. Oh my god, how am I still alive? How am I still alive? I got through Voldemort. I can get through anything. And we have to see Voldemort today, but that's okay. With the power of medicine! Let's cash Jada Rose out. Because 222-111, and the fact that that's so close to being either 16-16 or 15-15 is pretty satisfying. But I especially love the 222. I think this is just like the current. I don't know. I haven't changed any of the settings, so I'm assuming it just shows this season's rank. Oh, my peak was gold 3 and I'm currently gold 3. How close are we? Okay, we gotta check now. Well, we'll wait. Be patient. It's not going nowhere. Get more comfortable on your chair because you're currently sitting on the edge and it's hurting your butt cheeks. Okay. It's the first one that I've missed. I've made all of them. I put my I have a bag that I put my bottles in that I can collect, so I'm not having to constantly get up and go to the recycling bag. That my life is pretty plain. Ooh, we should see if there are some teeth. Yes. And 10:42 is coming up, so Dude, I love my account level, because see, that's what shows you the amount of time that you've played, like the years. Yeah. I should ask Ray his account level number. I'd be curious. Because he's been playing for a few years now. Not as long as I have, but... One of these times we should look up. All I'd have to do is see what's the very first Fortnite meeting I've ever shared. And that would be close to one of the first times that I've ever played. I do believe we were doing a meeting when I got my first Victory Royale ever. I know we did for our first solo Victory Royale, but fun fact, I had 2 duo Victory Royales before I even got a solo one. My 3rd Victory Royale ever was my solo Victory Royale, and now we have a shit ton. Like, when I think about how many matches we've played over the course of fucking 6 years, it's wild. 6, almost 7 years, because I've been making content for almost 8 years. July, it'll be 8 years. July 14th, 2024, will be Club Kottontale's 8th birthday. 8 years of my deliciously moist content. Made for me, myself, and I, for me, myself, and I, but enjoyed by you, and you. Blind melon, no rain.
Closing out with Blind Melon. Now a few songs from one of your go-to artists.
Yes, Todrick. Honey, she wait, she eat, she work, she eat, she sang all week. She wore out. Yes, 10:41. I was like, I have enough time to put my eye cream on. This is definitely something I will be investing in. It's the Kylie eye cream. I love it. It's got a little bit of a zing to it, but I feel like that's how you know it's working, and I can see it working. The moment I put it on, the color is perfect to, like, yeah, I can already tell that my eyes look more brighter just from looking in there. And when I looked in the mirror, I could visibly see it covering the dark circles under my eyes. And I do have, like, my fine lines are underneath my eyes, because I used to, like, just put thick-ass eyeliner on, and I was not using something that was smooth and glide on easily. Like, I was rubbing that shit into me. I was very aggressive with my under eye, and I can see the effects of that now at 37. But anyways, it is 10:42. Cheers, motherfuckers. How you doing? Yeah, so all party sizes. So it's all of my solos and duos, and it's in ranked for the current. So if I do career, okay, yeah, I was like, why is it so low? But it's on the ranked. So, because I've only started playing ranked mode, like, last season, and we got to Gold 3, because we started doing it at the end of the season. So, I'm happy with these things, yeah. But, let's turn ranked off. There we go. So, minus the ranked ones, just regular matches, we played 4,686 of all the different modes. 294 of total victory royales. That's right, 147! My solos. We're doing careers, so you can see all of them. Nice! We have 100 duo wins? That's dope. I have some trios, not much. Oh, 111. How nice. Squads, it's a handful, yeah, 46. It'll be nice when we eventually get that 47th one, and we'll be like, arr. Okay, yeah. All of my wins are in a solos. Solo rank? That's kind of dope. Because we've done, yeah, 3. We played with my best tutor. Let's talk about Miss Baby with Liv Albert. Yes, thank It actually brought me to the one I left off on. Usually I have to scroll to get to it.
And now for something completely different. When Zeus began waging war against his father, Kronos, everyone was forced to pick sides. Were they going to support Zeus or Kronos? One day I'll tell you about the world of the Titanomachy in
Waiting for a
full
match.
episode, but for now, just know. Oceanus, the Titan of the sea.
When they
picked
message that
Zeus's
they're
side of the
leaving
Titanomachy,
Rainbow's
and so did his
grandparents to
daughter,
come here, that is
Oceana
when this meeting
Styx.
will end.
She is, of course, the personification of the river one must cross to reach the underworld. Styx was one of the first to rush to
Dope.
Zeus's aid in the war and positioned herself as a devoted supporter, and she brought with her her children. Styx was married to the Titan Pallas. He's the Titan of warcraft. Together they had 4 very powerful winged children, all of whom went with Styx to Olympus to be on the side of Zeus and were rewarded for it. Their sons are Zealous, the god of zeal and emulation, and Kratos, the god of strength. Styx and Pallas' daughters are Bia, super strong goddess of force, and Nike, goddess of victory, from which the brand Nike got its swoosh. It's one of her
Wow.
wings. How fun is that?
Oh wow, that's really fucking cool.
The 4 children, all of whom have wings, I should say.
Dude, kind of makes me want to wear a Nike now because it's a fucking Greek goddess's wing. Nike is, that's amazing.
Which again I'll cover one day. And Styx, her loyalty was also rewarded by Zeus. Her children would sit at his side, which is reward in itself.
Okay.
And on top of that, Zeus
Fish.
made her river the one by which all gods swear oaths. When a great oath needs swearing, they do it at the river Styx. Friends,
Whee!
there are some of those characters you've asked about. Greek mythology is so in-depth and included so many characters that, sadly, there are so many instances where there either weren't ever any substantial
I think
stories
this is the fishing one
goddesses,
I'm supposed to
or
do.
even worse, the stories simply never made their way down the generations to be recorded and to eventually survive. There are so many lost stories and myths and plays, and if you think about it too much, it's just a huge, huge bummer. Seriously, a time machine would be super fucking cool. And on that note, thank you so much for listening, dear pals. Everything in today's episode came from Hesiod's Theogony. Also, if you've submitted a suggestion via my website and I didn't cover the character here,
Asshole.
that probably means
Oh, shit.
I've either already covered the character or myth, because I won't lie, a lot of you suggest things that have already been covered. Or your suggestion turned out so good that there's a mini myth's worth or better.
Fucker.
I've gone through and picked out all the suggestions you gave me that have enough content for entire episodes, and those are in the making. On another note entirely, thanks so much to everyone who participated.
I was like, please don't be negative, is what I was thinking. I'm like,
that kind of response. It was so much fun
lame.
hearing from all of you and answering
At
your
least it was a
questions.
Medusa.
Thanks also to all the people who sent in just nice things.
Champagne shower yourself, bitch.
To those of you who missed it, I've included the story in my Instagram highlights so you can see the questions I answered. I'll do it again soon, too, and actually give some notice so people can hop on to ask their questions and to see my responses. As per usual, it would be magnificent if you could go on over to Apple Podcasts or iTunes and give me a 5-star rating because you love me so much and you want loads of other nerds to find me. Also, follow me places. I'm going to try to make sure to post more in 2019, and more followers will only give me more drive to follow through. Love you all. I'm Liv, and I love this shit. If you're a smoker, and at the end, but let me just say now, comes after life adventure. You just need a Nissan and a plan. Go. No need need to connect your phone. Google Assistant, Google Maps, and Google Play Store are built right into the 12.3-inch HD touchscreen infotainment Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Armada.
Hi, hello, welcome. This is Let's Talk About Myths, baby. And I'm Liv, your host and fellow nerd. Well, we're back to it this week, friends. We're back to Argos, or Mycenae, whichever you want to call it, because they are basically interchangeable. We're back there to find out just what happens after you've plotted with your lover to kill your husband, as well as the concubine he brought home from war. Spoilers, though, it's not good. I'll go deeper into my sources for this episode at the end, but let me just say now, I would highly, highly recommend you read Euripides' Electra in full, because, well, you'll see. This is episode 45, Electra and Orestes, the angriest, best-named children of Greek mythology, the Oresteia, Part 2. Clytemnestra, with the help of her lover Aegisthus, has just killed her husband Agamemnon, as well as Cassandra, the woman he brought home from Troy to be his slave. But how did we get here? There's a curse on the house of Atreus. As I mentioned last week, you will hear detailed telling of this curse in episode 27, but let's run down real quick just how many awful things this family has done and had done to them.
That is like a super hot drop.
Tantalus, you'll recall, wanted to test the so-called omniscience of the gods, and so he invited them to dinner, and unbeknownst to them, served them his own son. Most of the gods realized this trick before they had taken a bite, except for poor Demeter, who was distracted. She missed Persephone, who was down with Hades in the underworld, and so she had a bite. The gods restored Tantalus' son, Pelops, to life, but he was left missing a chunk of his shoulder, which they replaced with ivory. Of course, they also cursed the family of Tantalus for what he'd done. Later in life, Pelops wanted to marry a woman, Hippodamia, so badly that he arranged for her father to be killed in a chariot race.
Was not.
I'm not saying the name of her father because I had enough trouble pronouncing it in the aforementioned episode. Just so many vowels, you guys. Pelops tricked a man named Myrtilus into arranging this before then throwing Myrtilus to his death. As Myrtilus fell, he too cursed the family of Pelops. Pelops and Hippodamia's sons are Atreus and Thyestes. And here's where things get real dramatic. That damn oracle says that one of Pelops' sons will be king, and so the competition begins. Again, go back to episode 27 for details, but essentially, there are children being killed and served to their fathers as food, and there's Thyestes, who, also at the behest of the oracle, rapes his daughter, who gives birth to a son named Aegisthus. Meanwhile, Atreus, too, has two sons.
I need a weapon.
Aegisthus
Never was
kills
gonna happen.
Atreus,
Was
and
not
ultimately
in my
Myrtilus'
destiny.
huge mistake.
No.
And he and Thyestes exile Agamemnon and Menelaus, and they rule
Probably
over
get-
Mycenae for a while.
Yep. I was like, I'm getting a
Eventually,
negative,
Menelaus becomes king
motherfucker.
of Sparta, who's married to Helen, and uses that power to get rid of Aegisthus and Thyestes.
Yeah, you see, I have no
Install
weapons,
Agamemnon as king of
asshole.
Mycenae. As king, he and his wife
I
Clytemnestra,
hope you feel
the
good
sister of
about
Helen,
that
have
kill.
3 children: Iphigenia, Orestes, and Electra. But a curse is a curse, and this family has its share of curses against it. Agamemnon's final act of fucking up his own life and his family comes as he prepares to lead the Greeks to Troy to wage war in the name of Helen, Agamemnon's sister-in-law. The Greeks convene at Aulis, and this is where they plan their war and where they prepare to leave in their ships all together. But just as they want to leave, the wind disappears. For days there is no wind to bring them to their much sought-after war. Agamemnon learns how he's expected to fix this. He must be willing to sacrifice his daughter, Iphigenia. And he does, happily. Clytemnestra, though, doesn't appreciate the urgency Agamemnon feels, and she doesn't forgive him for what he's done. And while he's away, not only does she find solace in a new lover, her husband's greatest enemy, Aegisthus, but they plot how exactly they'll both take revenge on this man who's taken so much from them. And so, upon Agamemnon's return after 10 years of waging war in Troy, Clytemnestra, with the help of her lover Aegisthus, kills her husband as well as Cassandra, the woman he brought back from Troy to be his slave. After, when it's over, Clytemnestra relishes in what she's done. How she tempts him with a hot, cleansing bath after so many years away from such homely comforts. How she comforts him by preparing such a luxury. How she showers him in affection. How she's missed him. Clytemnestra relishes in how Agamemnon, finishing his bath, stands up, dripping wet. How she takes red tapestries and wraps him tightly in the fabric. How she stabs him again and again as he screams in agony. How the blood pours, soaking the fabric. How it spurts and covers her in the hot, sticky liquid. And with that it's done. Iphigenia is avenged and the weight is lifted from Clytemnestra. The curse, though, the curse on the house of Atreus only grows. Clytemnestra and Aegisthus have killed the king, Agamemnon. They don't try to hide it, either. After the deaths, a battle ensues between Agamemnon's guards and the many supporters Aegisthus has cultivated over his years in Argos. But the battle is over quickly, and Aegisthus is the victor. The people of Argos learn what's been done.
Bugger!
Compare the blood cards.
There is nothing but
Clytemnestra's still
sweat,
queen, now
and
Aegisthus
I'm
is king.
disappointed in this.
After all, of the house of Atreus. And he's already been king once. He's simply taking back the mantle.
I get it though, because it's fucking Saturday. I've taken 12 negatives.
Now, this whole time, there's only been one child of Clytemnestra and Agamemnon living in the palace where the murder took place, Electra. Orestes, the only son of Agamemnon and Clytemnestra, and so the rightful heir to the throne of Argos, has been sent away. In some versions, he's sent away by Clytemnestra in an effort to save him from her new lover, Aegisthus. In others, Clytemnestra is powerless, or rather, is so consumed in her anger with Agamemnon that she doesn't even consider what might happen to Orestes once his father has been killed. In those versions, Orestes is smuggled out of the palace and brought to the land of Phocis, where he lives for years. Because that's the amount of time that passes after the death of Agamemnon and before any further drama begins. Years. Years of Electra being the only child, or rather, now a young woman, left behind in the palace. Her sister sacrificed, her father murdered, and her brother hidden away in another land to protect his own life. In those years after their father is murdered by their mother and her new lover, now the new king of Argos, Electra grows up. She becomes a woman, and in becoming a woman and the princess of Argos, she's in high demand. You know, property being property, and so all the men around are after her. They want to marry the fuck out of her, to get both a hot wife and the power that comes with being married to the princess. Of course, we're not told how Electra feels about this, but it doesn't matter anyway, because Aegisthus isn't happy yet. Clytemnestra might have been in charge when they plotted to kill her husband, and she might have been the main person holding the dagger that plunged into Agamemnon's chest repeatedly. But once he's dead, it's Aegisthus who takes charge. This is what he's wanted the entire time. He was once king of Argos, and he wanted it back. And finally, he has it. Clytemnestra, I like to believe, is just so caught up in her anger and her grief over Iphigenia that she becomes a bit of a robot, just letting Aegisthus do whatever the fuck he wants. To an extent. We're told in Euripides' telling of the story that Aegisthus did want to take this one step further. He had every intention of killing Electra. But that one moment is where Clytemnestra puts her foot down. He can punish Electra endlessly, and he can keep her from having any sort of life, but he can't kill her. That would be going too far. So Aegisthus does everything but. He needs to secure his authority in whatever means possible outside of murder. This includes preventing Electra from truly growing up, or going out on her own in any way. Aegisthus doesn't let any of the men of Argos Argos pursue her. He doesn't let her leave the palace even for a moment. And so Electra waits, her life on hold. What she's been left with in Argos doesn't mean anything anymore anyway, though. But the return of Orestes, that could mean everything. Electra, too, hated her father for what he did to Iphigenia, but her mother crossed a line when she murdered him in revenge. And so this is what Electra thinks about all this time. What she and Orestes could do to their mother and Aegisthus, if only Orestes would return home to Argos. Time continues on, though, and Aegisthus reaches a point where he knows he can't just keep Electra locked up in the palace any longer. He's in constant fear of her marrying some nobleman and having a child that will, once again, remove him from the throne he's finally gotten back. So he comes up with a more permanent solution to the problem of Electra. Aegisthus marries her off to a poor farmer. And this is where Euripides' play, Electra, begins. The farmer is of noble lineage, but his family line has fallen very far, and now he's poor and no longer feels he has any nobility left in him. He's gifted with Electra. Property is property, you know. But this is Euripides, and Euripides thought women were actual people. Can you believe it? I love Euripides. You see, this farmer is given Electra as his wife, and you know what he tells us in the first pages of this play? Electra was a virgin when he married her, and she's a virgin now. He doesn't feel he has any right to force her. He references this as due to her nobility, but I'm just going to go ahead and call him a decent guy anyway. Choosing not to rape is quite the rare feat in ancient Greek mythology. The farmer husband of Electra tells us that any man who calls him a fool for not raping her is measuring self-control by, quote, his own flawed standards, and that he is the real fool. Anyway, I love Euripides. And then we meet Electra, who is a queen and a badass. She's working her ass off, carrying water to the farm, and when her farmer husband, doesn't have a name in the play, by the way, I'm not just not saying it, he tells her to take a break, that she does enough, that she is a princess after all. But she tells him that she wants to do her part, that he's such a good friend and such a comfort in her bullshit life, that she wants to do everything she can to help out at the farm. Honestly, they have a lovely relationship. It's just warm and friendly and clearly based in mutual respect. Anyway, it's rare as fuck, and I love it. But we only hear of so much normalcy in this couple's lives, because in this moment, two strangers appear by the house.
If you're a smoker or dipper looking to make a change, you really only need one reason to do it. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you can find many. Not only did Zyn create the first ever nicotine pouch, we're still America's #1 choice for smoke-free, spit-free nicotine satisfaction. It could be because Zyn is made with only 6 simple ingredients, including naturally derived nicotine salt. Or maybe it's because Zyn is the only nicotine pouch with a 10-day trial. For anyone worried Zyn won't cut it like traditional tobacco, just ask one of the millions of people who have achieved lasting change. You have lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction, but there's only one Zyn. Find your Zyn online or in a store near you at zyn.com/find. That's zyn.com/find. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
eBay Motors es tu socio seguro. Puedes ver el potencial. Con algo de trabajo, piezas nuevas y mucha pasión, transformaste una carrocería oxidada con 100,000 millas en un vehículo totalmente singular. Con más de 122 millones de piezas y accesorios para tu vehículo, puedes asegurar que siga funcionando sin problemas. Juegos de frenos, faros, turbocargadores, defensas, lo que requiera tu carro, encuéntralo en eBay Motors. Con Guaranteed Fit de eBay, te aseguras que la pieza le queda perfecta a tu carro a la primera o se te devuelve tu dinero. Y a estos precios, quemas llantas y no tu dinero. Mantén vivo ese espíritu de Ride or Die, baby, en eBay Motors. ebaymotors.com. Solo para artículos elegibles se aplican restricciones.
stay connected. Get in the Nissan SUV and
Before they meet Electra and her husband, though,
.com.
Orestes and his friend Pylades, who has traveled with him from Focus, are nearby. Before they meet Electra and her husband, though, Orestes lays out why he's there. And if you thought that Clytemnestra would not be the villain here because I'm me and she's a woman, well, you thought wrong. Clytemnestra might have had some righteous fury in her reasoning for killing her husband, but her children do not take her side in this. They may have been angry with their father, but they're smart enough to know the solution was not to kill him. Sadly, as Orestes lays out here,
Holy shit.
he is not smart enough to know
There's
that
a
the answer
fucking
to
bike
murder
here.
shouldn't
I
be.
wonder if that's
well,
gotta be new. I've never seen a bike there. That is so awesome.
That he's arrived back in Argos to plot the murder of his murderous mother and her murderous lover and new husband, Aegisthus. Orestes wants Electra's help, and he's in these parts to seek her out, to convince her of his plan. Orestes sees Electra, too, but he doesn't recognize her. He believes her to be a servant, so he hides, waiting to decide whether he'll ask her about his own sister. Lucky for Orestes, Electra begins a bit of a soliloquy, though he is there to hear it, explaining how she is the daughter of Agamemnon and Clytemnestra and sister of Orestes. So, he finds out the truth pretty quickly. Before Orestes speaks with his sister, though, we also learn that there's to be a festival in honor of Hera, and all the women of the city are invited. Electra laments this, though her situation and her appearance are not something she wants advertised to the people of the city. Finally, Orestes announces himself, scaring the living shit out of Electra, who is absolutely sure this rando guy hiding behind a bush with a sword right by her house is definitely there to kill her. But he convinces her otherwise, not telling her that he's her brother, but that he knows her brother, and he's there to check in on her on behalf of Orestes. Electra is thrilled. She hasn't heard from him since he was smuggled off to Focus, and had no idea whether he was alive or dead. She tells Orestes, who's not telling her that he's Orestes, all about her life, about her husband, the farmer, who's just a farmer, but thankfully is a super nice guy who hasn't even tried to rape her once. Honestly, the way they talk about how
We're still in the circle.
is one of the most troubling
How
things.
close are we to,
But they're both very glad he hasn't, so that's nice. And Electra straight up tells Orestes that her husband, quote, knows better than to take advantage of a woman. Have I mentioned I love Euripides?
Fuck it, let's go for it. Oh shit!
The siblings talk, though Electra still doesn't know she's speaking with her long-lost brother. They speak about what's happened since, how Clytemnestra has all but abandoned her children in favor of her new lover, Aegisthus. How they've even now brought children together, making Electra and Orestes even more obsolete than they already were after the death of Agamemnon. Before long, Orestes gets to
You didn't shoot me, I'm not gonna shoot you, bro.
hypothetically.
That was terrifying, though. I just, looked up and there's, a green guy just staring at me. I'm like, oh my god!
Electra tells him she is absolutely down for that idea. And Orestes continues. If that were to occur, would you be interested in helping Orestes kill your mother? You're damn right, Electra tells him. She'll be happy even if she loses her own life, provided she gets to slit her own mother's throat. Eventually,
I don't even
Electra's
know how much
farmer
gold I have.
back at the house and invites
Well,
Orestes and Pylades in.
hopefully I have enough to at least
Being a bit of a bitch, honestly. She points out how unimpressive their home is and how
scope
Dorothy's been too good to be.
this one.
Anyway, for all she knows of the respectfulness of her husband and not being a rapist, she treats him like garbage in this moment. Finally, she just sends him off to go find the man who smuggled Orestes out of Argos to begin with, to come meet these men and learn himself that Orestes had survived after all this time.
Motherfucker. I should have stayed where I was at.
Outside the house,
Should have stayed where I was at.
Orestes pretending to be somebody who knows Orestes, and Pylades are both inside.
Oh cool, at least we went up again. We were at 37. Gotta get back to 37. Oh hey, it's 11:11. That was the time I wanted to toke at. Cheers! That was meant to be. And at least it was 69. Are you not even gonna go in the vault? Oh, you asshole.
was there, and a footprint. So much evidence that he proposes was left behind by Orestes himself. Electra, though, is a Debbie Downer and has so many reasons not to believe what this old man thinks he's seen. I won't go into the details, but there's a lot of debate about comparing the hair of siblings and the footprints and maybe clothes Electra might have made for Orestes those many years ago. I'll admit I side with Electra on the logic of those things, but she's still being a bit stubborn and not willing to believe that her brother could possibly have been the one who left those things behind. Before long, Orestes and Pylades make their way outside the house to speak with Electra and the old man, who, again, doesn't have a name. I'm not just ignoring it. Who is this man? Orestes asks Electra, who tells him that, of course, this is the man who saved Orestes all those years ago. Why is he looking at me that way? Orestes, who's pretending not to be Orestes, asks Electra. I was wondering the same thing, she replies. Why is he walking around me in a circle, looking incredibly curious? Orestes, who's pretending not to be Orestes, asks Electra. But before she can respond, the old man exclaims that, obviously, this is Orestes. Give your brother a big hug, he tells Electra. And why Orestes would vocalize the questioning look this man is giving him when he knows full well that he is indeed Orestes is beyond me. Like, at this point, who do you think you're fooling, dude? In any event, the news is up. Electra's reunited with her brother, and the pair hug mercilessly. Orestes is back! Now that the cat's out of the bag, he quickly begins to plot how he'll kill both Aegisthus and his own mother, Clytemnestra. Honestly, any reason to say the name Clytemnestra. Orestes and the old man discuss how he might go about it. The old man tells Orestes that he's seen Aegisthus on his way just to meet them today, that he's preparing to sacrifice an ox with only slave servants nearby. He tells Orestes that this is perfect. Slaves will immediately turn to Orestes' side as soon as it's clear their master is no longer their master. Whatever is the worst way to interact with human beings, but I digress. The logistics are planned between Orestes and his new consultant in the matter, this old man. But when the murder of Clytemnestra is put on the table, finally, Electra speaks up. She wants to kill their mother. But how will she manage it? Orestes asks his sister. She goes to the old man. You will go to her and tell her I've just had a child, a boy, and that I wish to see her after I've recovered from the childbirth. And then what? Orestes asks. Then she dies. Electra says bluntly. It's not a short distance from here to Hades' underworld. Have I mentioned I love Euripides? And so, the plan is planned. Everyone knows where they're to go and wants to go down. Orestes and Pylades, with the help of the old man, will locate Aegisthus, where he's mostly alone, only with the servants who aren't particularly loyal to him, save for being required to be. They'll find him there and will finish him. Electra, meanwhile, will wait for her mother to visit, believing she's just given birth to a boy. She finishes off their planning by saying that she'll be there, sword in hand. Never will she give in to their enemies, and never will she let herself be walked over. Because she is a badass.
Okay. Oh! Dude, Fortnite loves me. Because
With everything planned, Orestes, Pylades, and the old man lead Electra
straight up,
to fulfill their ends.
I was like
She remains behind.
just falling out of the bus.
Before long,
And I just looked around and found the first spot that I knew I would get some good loot. Which just lushed out to be my area.
As if someone far off is dying. Electra, jaded by her feelings of disappointment, is at first sure that Orestes has failed, and that it's her beloved brother who's dying. collection of sources I'll name in a moment, but first I have to tell you more about Euripides. I know I've mentioned my love for him countless times, but today's episode is a great example of why. Both Aeschylus and Sophocles wrote about this portion of the story of the children of Agamemnon and how they handle his murder, but neither of those stories feature Electra as a true lead character. She's just there, being a woman. But in Euripides, his play is about
It's gonna be my last pew-pew.
I wrote a good half of this episode based on other sources one day because I
Might
realized
do
that
some
somehow I
clickety-clackety.
didn't have a copy of Euripides with Electra.
No, just vroom vroom and pew-pew for this one. Oh, man.
Neither were the version I wanted to tell. Or, I should say, the
I
version
definitely had
I
hoped my title would get someone to come, you know, have a conversation with me, even if it was like, holy shit, like, you know, trolling me essentially and say something negative like, of course it's been that long since you've had a kiss. I don't know. I really like how it's 1, and it would be 01212021. I almost feel like I wish I would have put the 0 up there because it makes it even more satisfying.
However, I've just noticed that while the book only includes that author on the cover and the spine, there's one page on the inside that has it written by Robin Waterfield and Catherine Waterfield. I wish I noticed this earlier and given credit, but there's the nature of men versus women in this world. The references to a female author on the book aren't nearly as obvious as the references to the male author. Anyway, it's a fine source most of the time, but it's also the source that often has troubling language with regards to the female characters, so it's infinitely imperfect as it is. Of course, I also refer to Edith Hamilton's mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes, and, if only vaguely, Sophocles' Electra, translated by David Rayburn. I also want to tell you about a book that came out in the last few years that retells the story beautifully. It's called House of Names by Colm Toibin, and let me tell you, this is not an ad, it's just one book lover to another. You might know Colm Toibin as the author of Brooklyn, amongst countless others, but this is one of his most recent, and it's quite different from his usual style. It retells the story of the sacrifice of Iphigenia, as well as the intervening years between that event and Agamemnon's return home and his murder by Clytemnestra. It focuses on the events after as well, those we've delved into in this episode and that we'll continue to cover next episode. It does this by telling parts of the story in the point of view of Clytemnestra, Electra, and Orestes, which makes for a very intriguing telling. I personally loved it and couldn't recommend it more as a novelization of this story. Finally, and this is just a fun anecdote, I used to work for Penguin Random House Canada, which published that book in Canada under its MacLellan Stewart imprint, and it came through my department in my last month or two of working there, and I nearly lost it in excitement. Thankfully, a friend there was eager to send me a copy when it came out. Paying it forward here, so please pick up a copy, especially if you live in Canada, because you'll get an M&S copy and help my old friends at Penguin Random House Canada. This leads me to, I think I'm going to plan a bonus episode sometime in the near future where I talk about some of the books I love that are related to mythology. I need to read a few more on them.
Oh, shit! Fucking, what?
Thank you all for listening.
You know what? I'm glad that was my last one, because good gosh golly, we will never be playing ranked on a Saturday ever again. Like,
You're all the best, and the reviews you give me fuel my soul.
yay, guys.
I'm live, and I absolutely love this shit, especially
Gotta
this
get back up to
particular shit
37,
we're covering
which
right
is the
now.
highest that we've
It's
gotten.
shit.
Because you can end up with negative, and there's a lot of sweats going on. But yeah, Rainbow will be home at some point in the afternoon. I don't know exactly when.
If you're a smoker or dipper looking to make a change, you really only need one reason to do it. But with Zyn
Cool.
nicotine pouches, you can find many.
That is right.
Not only did Zyn create the first ever nicotine pouch, we're still America's #1 choice for smoke-free, spit-free
That's
nicotine
pretty cool, actually.
satisfaction.
I'm happy
It could be
that
because Zyn is made with only 6 simple
I just gotta
ingredients,
survive
naturally derived
6
nicotine
more
salt.
storm circles and we get the sweet pickaxe. I'm actually very excited for that pickaxe.
For anyone worried Zyn won't
Yeah,
taste
lesson
like
learned.
traditional tobacco,
Saturday, no
just
good.
Poor fucking.
Oh
Lots of
my
options when it
goodness.
comes to nicotine satisfaction, but there's only one Zyn. Find your Zyn online or in a store near you at zyn.com/find. That's zyn.com/find. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
He looks so awesome with it on.
eBay Motors es tu socio seguro. Puedes ver el potencial. Con algo de trabajo, piezas nuevas y mucha pasión, transformaste
princely toke time, which will be our last toke of this meeting. Thank you to each and every individual who has taken a moment to, lurk, twerk, watch incognitally, join me for this meeting of the Cottontale. I'm looking so cute. Cheers. So, until next time, which will most likely be Monday during the day, which will be the perfect time for some ranked. Yes. Anyways, until next time, and always, thank you for spending some of your time with me. It's the most precious thing that you own, and I hope that you're always being kind to yourself and everyone else. I'll see you next time. Bye.